Listen, man, if you want to know all about 2K25, I'm talking about the dribbling, the shooting, the contest system, and even those shot profiles, man. We're going to get into everything that we have seen so far on these releases today about 2K25. All you got to do is do me a favor, man. Hit that like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and go ahead and get locked in. So one of the craziest things that we were hearing out of this community day type stuff is people were talking about there's like no longer speed boosting, but that is not true, man. So what we're seeing right here is Young Dirt getting busy with the dribble moves. He's spamming them. He's saying that a lot of it is able to be, you know, just spammed over and over again. You see this dribbling, supposedly it's a lot smoother, but the one thing that kind of alarmed me about the dribbling is he was saying speed boosting, like how you were just able to flick the stick, you know, do a little hezzy and then run that same way. The thing that changed about that is now there's a little hesitation, like a millisecond after you do the move. You have to wait a second before you can like kind of burst out. And that right there that you just saw is what happens when you try to do the speed boosting the same way that we've been doing it. You know, I mean, it works a little bit, but it's really just a slow animation. But if you wait just a little bit, you get that animation right there where you kind of like burst out of it, as opposed to how we were doing it before. One of the moves that is confirmed to still be in the game or is back in the game, that LeBron hopback that gets you all of that space. Chris Paul has the same hopback. This is going to be spammed so much. I already know it, man. It gets you a ton of space and it works. So if a big player can get these type of animations, it is going to be absolutely crazy. And I'm gonna just drop one little gem for y'all boys, something that Joe Knows said that absolutely shocked me based on what the 2K devs have been saying about small guards, man. Listen to this short clip and let me know what you think.
And I chained together some decent little moves. In my opinion, the big players almost moved better than the small players.
A good example of that is this Magic Johnson cross. This is absolutely filthy, man, because look how big Magic Johnson is and how much space you actually get from those crossovers right there. Like, he's not even running towards the basket all the way, but he's using that to change directions almost instantly. This is going to be absolutely crazy on like a slasher build, and he gets the dunk right there. Just imagine that on a build that can get like the contact dunks or really get those middies off. That is going to be absolutely crazy. Big guards are definitely still going to be viable with stuff like this in the game, man. If you make a big guard, just make sure you get this Magic Johnson cross, because it looks crazy. I mean, I can't even imagine what this would be like in the hands of some of the people in this community. Now, he does go on to say that he was going absolutely crazy with De'Aaron Fox and that it was working. And that first clip that in the beginning of the video, that is a little sped up, as you've probably noticed, just to show you that, for one, you can shoot with a low three ball. Ja Morant confirmed has a 78 three ball, and you were able to knock that thing down pretty easily, man. So that's definitely something that we're going to be looking at when we look into the builder this year, to see if we can kind of sneak by with a low three-point attribute. But now that we're talking about shooting, man, we're going to get into some of these shooting profiles, because they are absolutely insane if you ask me, man. But all right, let's get into it. And as they were talking about previously, man, they do have the different shot timings. Real player percentage, you know, that's pretty much not timing it. Hopefully that's not available for actual jump shots in online modes, and I don't think it is. And in shot timing profile, it says difficulty based, but I don't think that's going to be in online either. So for the online game modes, it's just going to be the low risk, normal risk, and high risk rewards. Pretty much each level affects how much your timing affects your shot when you're actually shooting the ball. So like normal is supposed to be the most closely related to like how 2K's been in the past, and the high, it's a high impact on how it's gonna affect you when you actually shoot the ball. I think that's dope, as long as that low risk, if you're wide open, I mean, let's just say that goes in more than somebody who can time their shot pretty well. I think that would be broken, but we're gonna have to see what that looks like in the future, man. I think it's going to be all right. I'm really not too worried about those shot profiles, because honestly, most people can't get open that easily. But when you play good players, like let's say a really good player is rocking with the low risk reward type thing, and they're able to get open more than they normally would, or they're getting screen sets, or just the contest system is a little weird, then that could potentially be broken, but we just going to have to see about that. And another big change that they did add to shooting, so now the contest system is a little different. There's not necessarily those percentages anymore. You got wide open, open, light pressure, tight, and then like very tight. So the tight and very tight are like those are pretty much the red contests, and everything else is, I'm assuming, makeable, but we'll have to see when the game comes out, man. So supposedly when they were telling us about the contest system early on, it was based on when you start the shot. So looking at this shot right here that KD took, what do you think that would be? And just to take a closer look at it, we can go ahead and slow that thing down. Take this shot again, and you see it looked pretty contested to me, and that came up as a light pressure. But the same one with the player reaching and not contesting the shot came up as a very tight. So I mean, that's really one of those things that's like hard to judge, because one of them is definitely closer than the other. But I'm telling you, I think it's because of what the contest is when you start the shot. So Michael Jordan turned around, had the ball a little low when he started the shot. KD, on the other hand, 7-footer, when he started the shot, the dude was a little bit behind him. So even though Brook Lopez got a way better contest, the game registered that as just light pressure for KD and very tight as Michael Jordan, man. But like I say all the time, man, we're gonna have to get our hands on the game and kind of see how this contest system works, man, because if it's literally just the start of the shot, it is going to be rough for a lot of defenders, because you might get there. That closeout late won't even matter if this type of stuff is still in the game. And those fading middies have been chicken all year, and I'm pretty sure the middies are still pretty good, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. And for my slashers out there, I got some good news and I got some bad news. The meter dunking is back, of course, but with that arrow thing, dude, you don't have that same big green window that you have. You either make it or you don't, man. And you're supposed to do it when that arrow disappears from the screen, and if you let that go, you will be able to dunk it. But there's no big green meter like it was before, so you can see exactly how to time it, exactly if it's good or not. And Joe Knows did say in this that it is much harder to green on those type of players that actually play defense. A lot of those defender types, pretty much anybody without the defense, is going to be much easier to green those, but you can't see the green. So you can't see the meter, the green window. You can't see it like you could in years, well, in this 1 year previous. We can't see that dunk meter, and I think that is going to make it a little bit tougher for slashers, but at the same time, you'll never know if it was a good dunk or not, because before, if you had to do right in your hip, it'd give you that big, gigantic green meter, and now we just don't have that. So it's going to be a little more guesswork in the dunks, but we're going to have to see how that is when we play the game, man. I'm sorry to keep saying that, but it is what it is, man. We just seeing what other people are doing, and he's only going up against AIs. I'm not saying that dunking on AIs isn't worth anything, but against AIs, it's a lot tougher than it would be against players that have those maxed out stats, man, because these are just the NBA players, and they not really that good in my career, man. They don't have like complete players, or at least archetype type players to give us that real sense of how the game's going to be when you're actually trying to go up against a lockdown or actual center with 92 block and 70 something interior, because I'm sure that's what people are going to try to do. And as far as the defense goes, I mean, there really wasn't many creators talking about the defense specifically. They were saying pluck steals are a little bit harder to get, but one of the things that are a lot easier to get than they used to be, I would say, is those bump steals, or I would say at least easier than it was in 2K24, man. Joe Knows is pretty much saying if you bump the ball handler, your body hits the ball's coming out, man. You're getting that on players with probably a decently high unpluckable, man. So take that with a grain of salt. Lockdowns are probably going to be trying to do these bump steals like crazy. He was just showing that he's definitely on Hall of Fame. And even with Giannis against Devin Booker, I don't know how high Giannis' still is, but I'm sure it's not something crazy. But there was so much more news today, man, that I didn't go over. But trust me, I'm not missing none of it. I just went over some of the things that I think are the most important up until tomorrow when we actually get the builder news. Man, trust me, all I do is make builds. I love making builds, but I'm going to try to bring y'all more news, more gameplay, more everything in 2K25, man. But still, we're on that way to 5K. So make sure, if you haven't already, you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe to the channel, man. We're going to be dropping bangers all of 2K25, man. Let me know down in the comment section, what do you think was the most important thing that you saw this news cycle? Because it's pretty much over at this point. We only got to wait till Wednesday next week, and the game will definitely be out. Let me know if y'all want me to live stream the first day so y'all can see the first build. I'm going to try to go absolutely crazy for the whole year, but I will catch y'all boys in the next one. But before this is over, man, like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all boys. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace. You know what, man? As I was making this video, because I was about to head out, but literally as I was making this video, talking about the different moves in here, bro, they already dropped the patch. It says, enjoying the creator videos dropping today. One thing to note, dribbling among other things has changed. And they already talking about changes to the game. I'm talking about patches already, bro. It's not even day one yet. And they already dropping patches, man. They took out the LeBron high back, the hezzy drag size up, escape type move. Like, come on, man. They already patching the game? I mean, I'm still excited about it, but dang, Mike, why you going crazy, man?